All right, today I wanted to talk about how your job makes you tired, not lean. I know I talk a lot about how people work out after their 10-hour shift and then come home and expect diet to be structured and somehow them to stay on track when they've got nothing tracked, they've got nothing planned, yada, yada, yada. But mainly around those that are just too busy to work out or too busy to go to the gym, that excuse. Or some people truly are, you're working 12, 14-hour days, you're cranking days. It's like you may be too busy to go to the gym. But it doesn't mean we can't find a plan and structure a way for you to move the needle towards your goals. So that's kind of what I wanted to go over in this video a little bit is, like, let's say you don't have access to the gym. I got a couple of clients right now that don't have access to the gym at all. It's like, all right, so what are they doing if you can't go to the gym at all? Well, we can do a lot with our body, push-ups, sit-ups. I really only give two examples, but push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups. You could do chair tricep presses. You can do Russian twists. If you have dumbbells, you can get into a lot of other stuff. You have whatever those are called, medicine ball. You can get into a lot of different stuff with little small at-home equipment, bands. There's all kinds of at-home devices they sell nowadays. So it's simple, but you can still elicit progress. Even if you're a huge jacked bodybuilder, you can still make gains at home. It might not be as fun. You might not be able to make as much gains, but if you want to lose weight or build muscle or just look and have a decent physique, live a healthier lifestyle, you really don't need a gym. I guess that's another misconception too. It's like that you don't need a gym to lose weight at all. You can do it with diet and steps. Literally, simply, you can get an Apple Watch and track your steps, or just keep your phone in your pocket for most of the day and get an average of the steps you're doing. And from there, you're all right, how am I eating? I'm eating all right. Go less, go more. Increase your steps, decrease your steps. If your job's really, really calorically expensive, so you're an iron worker or something, you're burning 2,000-3,000 calories by the time you get off work. Like, yeah, you get more leeway than somebody that's working a desk job. But both of those people don't have access to the gym, and the iron worker's probably not gonna have to do as much, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups. He's already eliciting enough of a muscle breakdown response that we can slowly then target the muscle group. So hit the pecs, hit the this, hit the that. Versus somebody's working a desk job, they're probably gonna need a push-pull legs, but an at-home push-pull legs, So something they can stick to, something that they know even on the craziest work weeks they can still get done and still fit it in. Hell, you could do it in your hotel room if you're traveling. So yeah, your job definitely makes you tired, like I said, and it's not necessarily gonna make you lean, because you can come home and eat like you've been eating and either break even off of the day you just had, or eat in a complete surplus. That's what a lot of guys do, is you wait and you wait and you wait to where you're starving and your blood sugar's super low and you just subconsciously overeat. So I guess with that being said, it's like, you don't need a gym at all, and you can still, if you have a weight loss goal, you have a muscle growth goal, you can still move the needle in that direction, even in times where it's like, all right, I gotta work 10, 12-hour days, or I just got a promotion and I gotta crank this and I gotta do that, and the kids are doing this and summer camp and this, and all different excuses people use as to why, no, I gotta take a break or whatever that means. Just because you don't have access to the gym doesn't mean you can't progress towards your goals, if that makes sense. You're going on vacation, probably won't have a bodybuilding gym. You know, you might not have your favorite hack squat on vacation, but doesn't mean you need to take the entire week off. You can still do stuff in your hotel room, like I said, or in your little rental place, whatever. It's like, it doesn't take much to elicit muscle response or to elicit any sort of fat loss. It's like you can do it very easily. You just have to monitor a bunch of different variables, and then you can make slow and steady changes. But that's definitely a big misconception. I've had a lot of conversations with guys that are like, I'm too busy doing this, I'm doing that. I got this going on, so I'm gonna wait. And it's like, I've talked about this before. Like, why do we postpone our big goals? But if you want to look like Chris Bumstead, that's probably a pretty big goal. I got poodles on hardwood floors. Tick, tick, tick. You want to look like Chris Bumstead, is probably what, a 10-year goal, 12-year goal for most people. Most people won't ever get there, but to put on a bunch of muscle like that, what's that, a 10-year goal? Okay, cool. But why are we like gonna take breaks in between? And even though we're not gonna be 110% on the ball when we go on vacation or we go to Fiji, but we can still have plans in place and have tools in our pocket to not only stay on track, but continue to move the needle towards where we've been going. And then when you get back from vacation, or you get back, or your life straightens out again, great. Then you can ramp things up. But there should always be a plan in place or a mindset in place, or it's like, I'm moving the needle towards my goals no matter what's going on. So year round. Right? And then you achieve the weight goal that you want to hit, and then boom, you can then slowly start to reverse out of that, or whatever goal you have. I'm just using examples. But no, I don't need gym equipment at all. Mom hasn't been in a gym in years, and she still works out weekly and gets everything done. Like I said, I got two guys that are super busy right now. One's working remote, so he's all over the country. And it's like, there's no shot of him going to a gym unless he wants to do like a day pass here or there, which he's doing. But still, it's like he needs workouts that are hotel room designed. He's bringing bands with him. He's got a kettlebell. Cool. And then we can make progress. Diet's controlled. Everything's monitored, tracked. I got a bird's eye view on his whole thing. And then the other guy, he's an iron worker. That's why I was using that example. And he's similar, working 10, 12-hour days, sometimes 14, depending on his travel time. But he's back and forth, left and right. He's working rate jobs, so he might be in, I don't know where he's at, like Minnesota. But he might be in Minnesota for 6 months, and then, or 2 months, and then he might be here for 2 months and there for 2 months. So not only is it not easy to structure because he's all over the place and trying to find different gyms, but he's working all these hours, so it's like, where do you fit the workout in? And he's already getting 5-6 hours of sleep, so do you sacrifice sleep so he can squeeze a fucking workout in at Planet Fitness? It's like, no, I'd rather him get up, do a half-hour workout, and then come home. If he's beat, great, don't do anything. If he's got a little energy in him, great, do a little something. It's all on a week, 2 week, 3 week total. Yeah, I know you want to go out. Yeah, I know you're needy. But yeah. So what I would say is, no, you don't need a gym at all. Hopefully this thumbnail caught you, and or the title caught you, and now you're like, oh, maybe I don't need a gym at all, or maybe I'm 50 something and maybe, I don't know, whatever your reason is as to why you don't want to go to the gym. You don't have a gym, you can't do the gym, you can't do this, you can't do that. So it's like, great. They're all just circumstantial things, but work around them. It's the lifestyle you're given, that's part of the variable. You can't go to the gym, cool. Figure out how to work around it. It's like, you got a broken ankle. I got a kid that broke his ankle a couple weeks ago. Or I got a guy that's just starting with me now, and his whole shoulder, his whole left side's all messed up, and he's just getting out of his sling. And it's like, he could have used that as an excuse to just completely sideline himself. He can't really even lift weight on that side for another 5-6 months. Some of you guys think about that, not being able to train on that side. But it's like, it wasn't an excuse for him. He's figuring out a way to work around it, and we're building a plan that's for, well, mainly his good side, but slowly acclimating his injured side as he gets his sling off. It's like most people would just be like, oh, you throw the towel in for 5-6 months and maybe pick it up down the road. And then they get to that, they're sure your shoulder and everything's healed up, and your ankle's healed up, and your whatever's healed up, but now you're 50, 60, 70 pounds up. When maybe if you just fought to continue to lose weight or continue that, you would at least be in the same spot, or maybe just a little bit worse. And when you're 60, 70, 80 pounds higher than you were last time, it's like a lot of people are like, oh, why start now? That's it. And then they throw in the towel for the next 10, 20, 30 rest of their life. So yeah, injury is a big one for sure. Don't let any injury or anything keep you out of the game, quote unquote. I mean, fitness is definitely a game of maintenance. You just stop doing everything, yeah, you're gonna slowly regress. But the idea is to be able to maintain it. You know? Nobody likes to brush their teeth, but we do it twice a day because we know the benefits. And it's like, all right, well, that's a game of maintenance. It's like you can't just brush your teeth 4 times a day for 2 weeks and then stop forever. That's a silly analogy, but it's pretty fucking true, to be honest. It's like you work things in. Even the pro bodybuilder, look at Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman's pretty injured, but Jay Cutler, he's still running businesses. He's still working. And we're back. Okay, phone storage again. But what was I saying? Yeah, Jay Cutler and Ronnie Coleman. So it's like Jay Cutler's running businesses. He's still lifting. He's still training. He still looks jacked. But he's not doing nearly what he was doing before, taking the supplements or training as hard as he was or eating all the food that he was. It's just he's still maintaining and growing and has different goals for his age, but he's since the start hasn't just dropped everything and quit. He's always had some sort of maintenance or some sort of goal, some sort of lever in place so he can still progress and maintain his health, maintain his physique, continue to look good and be mentally sharp and work out and still be strong. So yeah, it's a game of maintenance 100%. There's gonna be times in your life you're not gonna be able to hit the gym. There's times in my life where I'll go 3 weeks, 4 weeks without being in the gym, but it's like I got a little setup in my basement that I'll go down there and crank out couple workouts here and there if I'm busy or I'm working or I'm onboarding clients at this time or whatnot, and I'll go down there and I can hit a 30-minute workout, boom, back to work, rather than 20 minutes to the gym, full 2-hour workout, and then come back another 20 minutes. It's like the setup to go, come back and settle back in. It's a good 3-4 hours. You can pull yourself out of workflow. So for me, yeah, I'll run down there, get a quick little workout in if I need to. But it's like I've figured that out for myself. I don't want to lose everything and look like I don't train if I'm in periods of my life where I'm focused and whatnot. So not only am I using that to maintain, but I'm using that to build certain areas. Like my calves are definitely small genetically, so it's like I'm hitting more calf volume down there, doing some more rear delts and shoulders and stuff, and I'll like take this time to work on different things but still maintain how I look and still eat the protein, eat the good meals. It's like I'm still posting all the macros and stuff that I'm eating, and yeah, there's never not a time where I'm just not moving the needle towards a better version of myself, whether it be I want to be leaner, or I want to be bigger, or I want to be whatnot. I mean, everybody, you guys will listen to this, you all have different goals. So yeah, for me, that's been the biggest thing, is just trying to know it enough, know yourself enough, and know fitness enough in order to do it year round. I mean, that's some game right there. And if you do it 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you've been in the gym, and you've been in the diet, and you've been in the supplement game for a while, and you've trial and errored all this stuff, it's like you get a really good idea as to what you respond well to, what you don't, how you can do this on the weekends, and okay, this is fine, and everybody learns themselves a little bit differently, and then you're able to navigate life with that. And you can use all kinds of stupid analogies like I've been doing, but yeah, I guess I'll leave that video at this. I don't really know how long it's been since the storage got cut off, but yeah, hope you guys get something out of this. And definitely, if you're using an excuse as to not train or not build muscle or lose weight, or you're waiting on a certain period, or it's just like, figure out how to wrap that into your entire schedule. Have a small workout plan. I mean, it sounds silly, but I'm 5'9", 230 pounds, and I can gain muscle on at home 3-day-a-week workouts. So if you have the knowledge not only of yourself and how everything else works and all these levers you can pull and control, and yeah, it becomes a lot easier. And again, it's a game of maintenance, and you should be able to chase your goals and push towards your goals year round. So yeah, with that being said, hope you guys get something out of this. If you want to know how I help a lot of my guys kind of work this into their lifestyle and help them shift their belief as to, now you don't need the gym as much, or you don't need this, or you do need that, or try this, definitely hit me up on Instagram. My whole process is avoiding vacations and avoiding work schedule and drama and just sickness and all that, avoiding all those excuses that people use to prolong their goals. But yeah, hope you guys get something out of this, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace.